All right. Well, it's 7 o'clock, so we're going to get started to keep everybody on time tonight. Thank you for coming to our Parent Information Night / Curriculum Night. We're going to start here together, sharing some things about our Level 3 and the learning that's taking place up there this year. And then as they get through the PowerPoint that they're going to share in the whole group, then you'll split up and go to your homeroom teacher to get some question and answer period, and a little more sharing up there as well, where you can get a little more one-on-one attention, or at least closer to one-on-one attention than you can get here. So again, thanks for coming tonight. We're going to be videotaping. So if you don't want to see yourself on videotape, don't turn around, don't stand up or do anything crazy. And then we'll try to get this edited and onto our site as soon as we can for those who weren't able to be here tonight. And without further ado, Level 3.
So we're going to start with introductions. My name is Randy Leslie. I'm a math specialist. I've been teaching for 9 years, and this is my second year at STEM.
My name is Faith Lincecum. I've been teaching 15 years. This is my first year at Waukesha STEM Academy, but this is my 12th year here in the district.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Owens. This is my second year teaching and my second year at STEM, and I am one of the literacy specialists this year.
Hi, I'm Lori Probst, literacy specialist here at STEM. I've been here for the 3 years that STEM's been open. I've been teaching in the district for 18 years overall.
Tom Smith. I feel like I'm on. Please line up. I'm Tom Smith. I'm the resident pirate, if you heard from your kids. I've been in the district for 21 years, my third year at STEM, and I'm also a math specialist.
Hi, I'm Boyd Rossler. I've been teaching for about 17 years. This is my third year at STEM. I'm teaching literacy upstairs.
Okay, so the first thing we want to talk to you about is our communication method, and maybe some of you are already familiar with our Google site, but we plan to use a Google site as an entire Level 3 team to communicate from our staff to you as family members. We did share a small piece of paper with the link on open house night. We've also sent them home. I believe with most of our students you can find them hopefully in the front cover of their assignment notebook if they're still sticking in there. It's our main source of information for updates on everything from policies and procedures. We update it with our homework menu each Friday so you can keep tabs on what's expected of your students. And we also have a calendar with upcoming events, from everything from field trips to events like tonight. You'll be able to find that right on our Google site in one central location. In just a minute I can take you to that and kind of show you how to navigate things if you're a little unsure. It's updated on a regular basis. We say that we'll send home a reminder link about every 2 weeks, but we're constantly adding things to it. So it's likely if you check it every couple days, you might find something new and interesting to look at. If you don't have internet access or computer access at home, please just let your homeroom teacher know, and we'll happily get you some paper copies of our updates. And then also feel free to always contact us by phone, by email, or in person if there's specific concerns or things that you'd like to discuss. And if I could have one of my lovely assistants help me, we'll show you a little bit of our website. Maybe. So when you come to our website, you'll find this is our home page, and right away there's important announcements. So anything that's new and important, things that we want you to see right away, will pop up on the lower half of the screen. So right now you're seeing things like our student Gmail accounts are live. Homework is coming. Our first homework menu went home last Friday and is due tomorrow. We also might have things like cross-country updates, other activities that happen throughout the school year, like Optimist Swim will notify you through those announcements. If you look on the left side, there's a tab that says General Information, and that's where you'll find a lot of our information on policies, everything from snack to behavior to parent volunteers, arrival and dismissal, hot lunch, And as you click on each of those links, you'll find more information. Sometimes you'll find other links too. For example, the Hot Lunch has a link to Cafe Prepay, so if you want to pay for your student's lunch account online, the link is right there and easy for you to get to and navigate. And those may be changing throughout the year, so feel free to visit those. If we make major changes, we'll put that on the announcements so you're aware and you're not constantly searching for updates. But we also have things like our announcements. There's some literacy updates. Each month we'll be updating that with what we're focusing on. We also have our homework tab where you'll find the homework menu that's updated each Friday. We have a calendar, important events, any forms and docs you might need, permission slips, other forms that are important for the school year, and some interesting learning links or community events that are happening within the Waukesha community. That's kind of the gist of the website. If you take time to explore it, you'll find the other links and features that go with it. Our schedule is there. There's some Google Docs that are connected to it. So take time to explore it over the next couple weeks if you haven't already, and that's going to be our main source of communication from our team to you.
Okay, next up is behavior. We want to promote a very positive and nurturing classroom environment where everybody feels safe, no matter which classroom they're working in. So we've come up with a behavior system to make it consistent across all 6 homerooms so that when students switch, they know that it's the same expectations in every location they may be in. Did we skip a slide? We must have skipped one. Okay. In each classroom, we have a color-coded system where every day, every student starts on blue. That means everything's cool, and everybody starts with a clean slate. And if children are making poor choices, a teacher may tell them to move to a different color. Green is a warning. It's just a visual, and it's to let the child know, you know, you're starting to make some poor choices, you might want to change what you're doing. Yellow and orange take away some of their recess time, but that recess time is spent with a teacher reflecting on the choices that they're making and how they're going to change it. If we have a student who's making some more serious poor choices or they're just not, subsiding, pink, we're going to contact you, and red is obviously for the more serious situations with students, and that would involve Mr. Cluck. Again, we want to encourage good decision making for all the students, and we want to hold them accountable for their choices. So this is the system we use for consequences to help the kids monitor their own behavior during the day. On the flip side of that, though, we also want to reward their positive behavior. And we have what are called character beads, and each student has a little bag in their classroom where if a teacher catches them being good and showing a character trait, such as being very caring towards someone else, or showing that they were taking responsibility to let a teacher know, hey, I lost my assignment, I really need a new one, I know it's going to be late, can I stay in for recess and finish it? That student's definitely taking ownership and showing that they're responsible, so their teacher might give them a character bead representing responsibility, and we want to reward the students for those. And the students so far have really loved getting the character beads and being reminded of all the good behaviors that they're demonstrating.
So I'm going to be talking about homework. We know you guys are busy sometimes in the evenings. There's a lot of sports and extracurricular activities that the kids have going on. So we chose to do a homework menu this year. And the menu gives the students a choice on which activities they'd like to complete for their homework. And it also allows for them to choose which nights would be best for them to be working on their homework. We like to give it on Fridays so that they have the weekend before the week starts to work on it if they know they're going to be really busy that week. And we just require that they do 3 activities off of the sheet. They have to pick one activity from each section. There will always be literacy, a literacy section, a math section, and then the 3rd section is miscellaneous, and it will change sometimes. I think you saw on the homework menu that we sent home this previous week that The third column was dealing with technology, and we let the kids get on IXL and Gmail and the FOSS website. The one that's coming home tomorrow, that third column has been switched to science, and so we'd like to have them focus on some of their solar energy activities for that. But basically, we just want to make sure that the kids have a choice so they can take ownership of their homework. We wanted them to be kind of quick review activities so that they're not taking home new learning and, you know, expecting you guys to teach it to them. So it's definitely things that they've already been taught in school, and it's just a review and just quick, short activities that they can choose which ones they want to do and when would be the best time for them to complete it. They'll always be given the menu the Friday before, and then it will be due the following Friday. Along with the homework menu, the students may also be responsible for a reading log, words their way activities, and anything that they may not have finished in class. So if there is work that's not being completed in class, that can be sent home for homework as well. So we would just ask that you check their assignment notebooks so that you can see what they need to be doing for homework that evening.
We're in the process of developing a high interest afternoon that we're planning on doing maybe twice a month. It kind of depends on the calendar on how many things are going on in a month, and it's kind of connected to homework, but our goal is that it's not connected to homework. What we're trying to do is offer some opportunities for kids to maybe travel to the different classrooms up on our floor. In each classroom, there might be a different activity, maybe a hands-on science activity, or maybe some, you know, we have a lot of math games and reading games that we don't always have time to do during the regular instructional day, but we could set things up so kids could choose to go to different rooms if they have completed all of their assignments and all of their homework, and if they've made good choices, you know, consistently. So we do have it set up so if there are some kids that aren't able to participate, we'll have a teacher available maybe to work with them, to help them set them goals, to organize themselves so they can complete their homework consistently. If they're not, if they're making some poor choices, we'll try to help get them on the right track. But like I said, our goal is for everyone to be able to participate. Some of the things we've talked about doing with the High Interest Day is, like I said, having different activities going on in each of the classrooms, maybe doing some service learning projects or some project-based learning, or maybe some groups of kids could get involved with some, you know, form some groups and do something that extends for a few weeks. So we're kind of excited about it, but it's not set in stone yet. We're kind of working with it to see how we can best use it.
Another piece of being a level 3 student at Waukesha STEM Academy this year is the creation of a digital portfolio. This work is actually going to eventually be done K-8, with a lot of the work being done this year at the Saratoga campus, but also here at level 3. We're looking at having students collect artifacts throughout the year, evidence of learning towards learning targets, and recording these or putting them into a digital portfolio. The digital portfolio is actually going to be housed in a Google site. This site is through the School District of Waukesha, meaning it's secure. It's not shared with everyone in the world unless the family and the child choose to. But it's a body of work that will follow them from Randall campus onto the STEM campus and beyond. In this, we're looking at connecting work to the Common Core state standards, but also considering the essential skills. We're going to focus on collaboration and communication. These are 2 of the 8 skills that the kids will continue to work on when they move to the Saratoga campus. It's individualized. Every kid is going to look a little different, but it's going to all have the same core pieces. And the kids will be able to look at and reflect on their growth over the year, and we'll be able to look at the kids as a whole child, not just the kids in my math class, or as a science student, we'll be able to see what they're able to accomplish in so many different areas.
I get to talk about food. And what we have is a mid-morning snack time because kids get up early, they got the rumblies and the tumblies, and they want to have a snack. And the idea is to have just a snack, not a full course meal. And it's something they should be able to finish in 5 to 10 minutes and not just snack on all day long. We expect with the snacks no nuts because we have some kids throughout the school that have very severe nut allergies, and we like to have our kids living. Little bonus by the end of the day. So no nuts, keep away from peanut butter snacks especially. So we have a little snack time, and we want to keep them healthy. We don't want them bringing bags of candy or cupcakes and pudding, things like that. Things that need to be kind of on the healthy side. Vegetables, always great. Fruits are awesome. Crackers are great. No peanuts. But we try to avoid the candy things. Now, the big change in our school this year is the second one, about birthday treats. We want to celebrate your kids' birthdays. We love birthdays. I'm going to sing to them, although I owe your son a song. It was his son's birthday today, and I forgot to sing for him. But if you want to bring something to celebrate your child's birthday, we just ask that it not be food this time. So if you wanted to bring they had like little racers and super balls, although it gets kind of crazy out there. If they bring them out to recess, they're throwing them everywhere. So you want to be careful and kind of think through is like, what are the kids going to do with these things during the day? Is it something that maybe they should just hand out at the end of the day so they can take it home so they can celebrate their birthday? Or if you really want to do something fun, donate a book. And we'll put their name in it. It'll be in our school library forever. And every time a child reads that book and they say, wow, this was Sean D'Souza's birthday. And they can think, I hope he has a happy birthday. So that's how we want to celebrate birthdays this year, and it's school-wide policy this year. So celebrate with fun stuff for the kids, but just not food stuff for the kids. That's what we want to do this year. Oh, I get the transition. What we're going to do now is separate up and go upstairs. So those you have in my homeroom and Miss Owen's homeroom, we're going to meet up in her room. It's upstairs and all the way down the hallway. If you are in Ms. Linscombe's homeroom or Mr. Rossler's room, you're going to Mr. Rossler's room, right? And if you're in Mrs. Prope's homeroom or Miss Leslie's homeroom, you're going to Miss Leslie's room. So she's just right at the top of the stairs, first room. It was my room last year, but now it's her room. Looks better this year. So that's all we have here. So we'll meet you upstairs, and we'll answer questions you have and talk about specifics about the curriculum.
For the benefit of our online viewers, we have additional slides to share regarding the curriculum for Level 3 students at Waukesha STEM Academy. And we'll begin with math. Math this year is going to be delivered through a workshop model for instruction. This includes mini lesson and number sense routines done and directed by the teacher, but also a large portion of the math block is spent by the students exploring and problem solving through math. These opportunities for exploration are usually student chosen, but it's always done at the student's just right level. The problems are designed for where the students are, which means that if they need to spend a little more time on one skill or they're ready to go on to the next, we have the flexibility to do that. The curriculum is based on the Common Core State Standards, the CCSS, with the emphasis on math practices. Math practices are what mathematicians do. They solve problems, they persevere in solving those problems, they share their strategies with other mathematicians. We have a variety of tools that are aligned to the CCSS. Some of these tools are online, and you may have heard of things like ALEX or IXL before. And we're also using progress monitoring tools so students can set goals for themselves with guidance from the teacher and then monitor their progress towards reaching those goals. Literacy is also delivered with a workshop model for instruction. Both reading and writing instruction are done during the literacy block. The literacy block starts with read aloud and mini lessons, and then students work on to independent work, small group work, or even one-on-one practice with the teacher. It's also individualized for the student with goal setting through conferencing with the teacher. There's a time for students to share at the end of the class time, and this is an opportunity for students to share their strategies as readers. And of course, we'll have project-based learning through opportunities throughout the school year. Reading and writing is also based on the CCSS, or the Common Core State Standards, with the emphasis at level 3 on literature, informational text, as well as foundational skills. And in writing, the focus is in persuasive writing, informative writing, as well as a continuation of the narrative format. Literacy lessons are proficiency-based. The instruction is based on each child's unique skill set, and of course working with students' strengths, but also on areas that they would like to grow and develop in. It allows for flexible grouping and students to be working on a just right text and the skills and strategies they're ready for. Goal setting this year will be based on a variety of assessment tools. In addition to the MAP testing, we also have district assessments, the district writing assessment, for example, as well as running records that are done with each individual student a few times throughout the school year. This year also, the spelling program is going to be a Words Their Way word study program. It's also individualized to meet the spelling needs and the word study needs of each individual student. STEAM time still exists at STEM. During our STEAM time, each day, students will be participating in either a FOSS science unit, an engineering is elementary unit, or a social studies unit. The curriculum is actually being pulled from the 5th grade curriculum because our olders in level 3 would have had the 4th grade curriculum last year. The idea is that we'll alternate which grade's curriculum is being presented to the students each year, with 5th grade being the focus this year and 4th grade being the focus next year. So this year in FOSS Science, the units are on solar energy, variables, and levers and pulleys. In engineering is elementary, the students will be building solar ovens, exploring simple machines, and some properties of parachutes. In social studies, the focus is on United States history, which starts in the colonialization period and stretches through westward expansion. Another opportunity this year for level 3 students is the IA time, independent application. During this time, students will be able to choose activities connected to their math and reading and science goals and complete some activities to help them meet their goals. This IA time is generally in the library and computer lab area, and students select activities and they go through 3 different sessions during our IA time. They record their activities as well as reflect on their level of focus and how their activities connected to their learning every day. We thank you so much for your time. We understand how much energy and love and patience goes into helping your child with their activities at school every day. As always, if you have any questions, be sure to contact your student's homeroom teacher, and we'd be happy to help. Thank you.